So, hello and welcome everybody to the GT3s today. We are back from racing and, watching me struggle around the track of Silverstone. We are actually back into broadcasting and I'm quite happy, to be honest. I didn't have to practice for another race. But before we get into racing and qualifying, which is currently underway, I would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsors as always. So first of them is Track Racer. If you want to buy some great sim racing hardware or some accessories, socks, mugs, anything you want connected to sim racing, please check out their site. You can do that by scanning the QR code on screen or checking the link down below. And our second sponsor is Rogue Energy. If you want to buy some hydration or energy drink powders or just a shaker to mix it all, please check out their site and use the code Speediots42 for a 10% discount. But now, back into the racing, and actually today, I'm not alone, once again. I have the old commentator with me, Teague. How are you doing? Yeah, it is. We actually have a new American commentator on the NASCAR series. He's from New York, so yeah. So actually, there are more American commentators than European ones at Speediots. Yeah, of course. Okay, so let me set up the broadcasting map. Yeah. So how have you been... I cannot speak. How have you been doing so far, Teague? What happened to you when, you were in broadcasting? Anything interesting? That's great, mate. I've been busy at Speediots, and as you can see, the stream quality got higher. We have like, I even got some music to, when the guys are waiting for the stream to start, they don't have to be as bored. And I'm trying to make some overlays, learning some new stuff. So yeah, feeling the waters. Or trying out the waters. I'm not sure how you say it. Yeah, testing the waters. Yeah. Also, we grew a lot as a channel and as a community. We nearly hit 200 members on our Discord server. And we have, I think... Sorry? I think 190. Oh, and Tomasz Dani puts it in the wall. Ending his qualifying lap. While Ollie Shefford, who was with us in another car, in this McLaren specifically, he was racing at the... They can't hear you. Why? Wait,
quiet, or is your
no
audio settings?
No, it was my mess up. Yeah. So, okay, now they should be able to hear you.
Test. Can they hear me? That's a great question.
Yeah, for sure they can now.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, hey, Vincent Seitz, how are you doing? Also, Mike Sasse. Thank you for being here today. I'm not sure if you tuned in for the 9 hours of Silverstone. We actually brought home the car in 23rd position and 33rd. Chiesa had some problems with connection to the server. So it was kind of a bummer for them. And then they just, didn't have the pace in the car. I mean, we were struggling as well. We had quite an interesting setup, which Vosek was modifying, tire pressures. Maybe we can get something out of it. It was like the car was really, really grippy and snappy into the corners when you were on fresh tires. And then it was kind of undrivable. Like the amount of grip you had on the front tires, and then, the rear was sliding. And then you have to catch it a lot of times to actually make a corner in the first few laps, and then the car was actually behaving.
All the time.
Not spin out, but you have to be aware of where the car is going, because just one wrong move and then you end up in a gravel trap, or as you said, spin out. So it was kind of hard to control in the first 2-3 laps, and then it was kind of okay when the tires actually started degrading and we had a bit less grip on the front. Also, we were choosing the wrong brake pads. We were using quali brake pads for the race, and we had to change it 2 times, which we lost like 4 minutes to, or at least 2 minutes, and then 4 minutes with other repairs because, some drivers weren't driving clean, especially in the beginning, so Vosek had to evade a lot of collisions. But of course, he couldn't, especially really in the beginning into the first corner when you are all just bunched up and then you are in the midfield. You have nowhere to run to. We actually got...
Yeah, you can't escape that.
Yeah. We actually got smashed into the wall in the very beginning of the race, but we still got like 6-7 positions up. I mean, we qualified 30th, and then someone left from the front, so we actually started 29th.
It's not bad, actually. Especially with all the chaos going on.
Yeah, exactly. Chiesa started from 15, that's why I was like, whoa, 33. But yeah, they had some serious connection issues. I think they started from 2 laps down, and then they actually held up quite well. They were just 1 lap behind us, so it was quite nice. Of course, we had...
You're just a crappy hand, though.
Yeah. Exactly. While Ollie Shefford, our Silverstone attendee, is trying to set a lap time, but he goes into the grass, or I guess sand, because grass has most probably burned out in that part.
It's all just dead grass, yeah.
Yeah.
You screen share, by the way?
Oh yeah, true.
Okay, there we go. Better.
While Tomasz Doni is trying to set a lap time, currently he qualified himself to P7. Last time in Paul Ricard he couldn't finish the race because he just gave up after a collision, sadly. Although he was in quite a good position. Yeah, he was in quite a good position. He was 9th. So I didn't quite understand the move, but, it happens.
I just don't feel like it.
Yeah. But I'm grateful that he's here today as well, and I hope he can put on some kind of a show today. Maybe he can race with Krawiec, who just switched to the Lexus. Also, a lot of people have switched their cars. Marcin Kalinowski is with the Lexus. Also, who else? Krawiec with the Lexus, and Jakub Bienek is going back to his Nissan GTR from the Ferrari 296, which we can just see going off the track. Stefan Visser couldn't quite get the drop-down chicane right. It's one of the hardest parts of the circuit, and now, he had some a lot of heat going into his tires, overheating, and then now that's why he's sliding. He needs to cool those tires down if he wants to start a new qualifying lap. Oh, Justin Manhausen, mid-lap. Thankfully, he catches it. but I think Chiesa was in it as well. Not sure
Still
if...
slipping up everywhere today.
Sorry?
Doesn't even look that hot either.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hot. It's 26 Celsius. It's not even that bad.
No, it's not.
29 Celsius, 36 on the track. I mean, you know, the asphalt is 36. So it's quite nice. It's optimal temperatures for racing. Let's see that yellow flag, which included Justin Van Housen as well. That was Chiesa. Let's see what happened to Van Housen. Oh, he just went into the grass and then lost control. Grass? I mean, that grass, it's like nearly just the dirt that's sticking on your tires, so it's quite hard to catch it. So yeah, more about Yeah, so more about Silverstone. We were like, yeah, we didn't have penalties, yippee! We actually picked up a drive-through, but other than that, we were actually quite clean on track. We got a drive-through because we went off track too much. You know, with those grippy tires, it was really hard to drive, so I was the one who got the penalty. But actually, both of us got two track cut warnings, so it was a team effort. I didn't do it alone, although I was the one who actually got the penalty, but we didn't lose positions over it. And I don't think we could have... Yeah, I don't think we could have gained any. My pace wasn't there. I didn't really feel the setup as well as I wanted to. But Fosak was a hell of a good driver, so I'm glad that, you know, we could go on a team event together.
Yeah,
and
worked
then
out in the end.
Yeah. And I hope that we can go on multiple events, maybe, you know, get Vincent Sites into the party as well, and then make a team of 4 people, me, Chiesa Sites, and Fosak. And then maybe we could go on 24-hour races as well. While Mika Stefanek is going back to the pits, he's currently claiming P3. Also, I think today's voting will be about... I just love cheap viewers, by the way. Like I'm constantly getting, you know, the comments. Get cheap viewers on Steam, boo. Yeah, no, thank you.
Oh, the bots.
Okay, so Mikhail Stefanek. I'm not sure if he already picked up a race, but I don't think so. We only had 2 races. First of them was won by Chiesa, and it's because Michael Stefanek and Roman Mishka, who's currently sitting in P2, were quite sportsmanlike, and when Chiesa spun out, they were like, yeah, let's restart the battle, and then, you know, they let Chiesa back in. If they wouldn't have done that, Michael Stefanek would have won that race.
Yeah.
But Chiesa claimed...
That's pretty sportsmanlike of them.
Yeah. Oh, Chinmay Paranyape is in the wall. I mean, yeah, it's not easy to drive with a keyboard still. I'm not sure how else to emphasize that.
No, it sounds really hard.
He's faster than all...
Use the arrows?
Sorry?
WASD?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like bad. I wouldn't be able to.
You're only given 4 directions, not 360.
Yeah. Also, Ollie Shefford is somehow slower than Chinmay Paranyape, so... Or they are quite close, so I think we'll be seeing a battle between the 2 of them today as well. So far, 2 race winners today. One of them is Ricky Chiesa. He won at his home track in Misano, in Italy. Oh no, I just remembered the Misano track from it wasn't even Misano, it was Monza. I don't know why I said Misano.
Monza the Misano from the first season?
No, Monza from this season, first race. No, I remembered the track which Swanson made. The Meet Me in Misano. Yeah. My name's Swanson and smooth like gelato.
It's like that's gonna be legendary.
Yeah, it will
It's
be.
legendary status.
I actually want to text him to make like a lobby music for us.
Should.
So yeah, hopefully we can see some good racing action today. Drivers are quite close. Top 5 is within 1 seconds of each other. So top 5 will definitely stick together. In the back we can see some slower drivers. Kraviec, Donny, Van Housen, Visser, Kalinowski. I think they'll make kind of a pack. And then the last part will be Lukas Pajewski, Chinmay Paranape, Oli Shefford. And who is the last one? We got a new driver. It's Lochin Law. He's currently driving the Mercedes. But who I want to be focusing on is, of course, Fosak, Chiesa, Mishka, and Stefanek, who is our current top 4. As they are, you know, they'll be racing for the podium. And in Paul Ricard, Richard Fosak actually had some incidents and he just missed out on a podium, or at least top 4, top 5.
Really.
So yeah.
Is he the one that gets unlucky often? I can't remember now. Or is it the other one?
It was Chiesa. Chiesa gets
That's
unlucky
okay,
always, yeah.
right.
Yeah, he brought his bad luck to Silverstone as well. That's why they had connection issues.
Yeah.
Hopefully someday it will turn around. But it was quite nice. We were driving the BMW, which I'm definitely not used to. Like, that car is a mess for me. I love it. I love how it looks. I love it. Love the sound of it, but I still haven't figured out how to drive it. Oh, and Fosak touches grass, nearly punts Oli Shefford off the track.
What exactly is weird about the car?
I'm
Is it just
usually...
like a personal thing?
It's a personal thing. I'm used to, you know, mid-engine cars, just like, you know, McLaren, Ferrari, Audi. And of course, I began my career in like an Aston Martin and the Nissan, which is like front-engine cars, but they weren't as front-heavy as the BMW is, in my opinion, or the Mercedes AMG is. So I think that's what got me on the race, and I was like seconds slower from my best lap times. I was like doing 2-minute 1s, 2-minute 2s, maybe even 2-minute 3s, which is like really bad, especially coming from me. But I'm quite rusty. I need some rusties, so don't worry about that. I'll get up to pace once again. But yeah, I definitely had some problems with getting used to the car. And of course, Richard Fosak is currently driving it. I think as he is in, you know, sim racing, and he's doing it every week as he's showing up on the championship events, I think he has a better ability to adjust his driving style. And he's also racing the BMW now. We can see this beautiful bikini bottom racing car livery.
Livery, that's awesome.
Yeah, we weren't driving this one. We had a custom livery made by me. I wanted to, you know, reflect the idiotism of me. We even had like a sticker on the rear bumper. We had a sticker on the rear bumper which said, "Please be patient, idiotic driver ahead." So yeah. But I think we actually...
a sticker like that, and then just stick it on the back of random cars. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
We'll love that.
But I think our livery was quite decent. Other than I was making the background, the GDM style, like vinyl wrap from... I made it with an AI, the Photoshop AI. But it turned out quite nice, actually.
You're wasting water, dude. Come on.
So yeah. Okay, good luck, everyone. And we'll be soon moving on to the race, as I think everyone finished their qualifying laps. Yes, here we go. Okay, let's see. Give me a second. I'll give you a quick round out. I cannot speak. A quick rundown of the grid, and then we won't be moving onto a track walk today, as I haven't received one from ACC TV, but more on that later. So, claiming pole position is our, again, endurance race attendee and race winner at Speediots. It's none other than Ricky Chiesa. And another race winner who won last week's race in Paul Ricard will be Roman Mishka, who currently claims second position in the first row. Then third will be Mikael Stefanek, who is really close to winning, and today he might just have a chance. Then Richard Forsek, who definitely helped me or did the main job at Silverstone, and we together brought home 23rd place yesterday, so I hope he's well rested after 9 hours. And then 5th place is George Sokol. 6th is Ignacy Kraviec in his newly acquired Lexus. His points got taken away, of course, as he changed cars, so he'll be starting from 0 now, but hopefully he can pick up some serious points today. Then the Hungarian driver in the Oregon Racing livery is Tamás Dani. In P7, P8 is Justin Van Housen, who opted for the Audi, seeing how good Fosak did last year. Then P9 will be Stefan Visser, opting for the safe option, the 296 Ferrari, and he was doing pretty good in the beginning of the season. Let's see if he can put on as good of a race as he usually does. Then P10 again, driver who changed their car, Marcin Kalinowski to a Lexus. Then Lukas Pajewski starting from P11. P12 will be Chinmay Paranyape, who is again a keyboard driver, so I'm not sure how he's keeping up with this field. Starting from the pits will be Ollie Shefford, who actually got P13, but for some reason he's starting from the pits. And then rounding off the grid will be Lochin Law, who's a new driver in the championship, and he'll be driving a Mercedes AMG. So, quite a grid. It's 14 people. Last race, I think we started with 16, 17. But it's still a lot, if you ask me.
Yes, that's still a good number.
I mean, yeah. And
so
I mean,
Hungarian
sorry?
is on the Oregon team?
Yeah, Oregon team is a racing team that's actually racing in the GT Open. I saw them when you were, you know, I was at the Hungaroring. I actually took pictures of the truck. I didn't send it to you. I was like, Oregon team, I want to send it to you. I've actually seen this car up close with this livery, and I'm not sure. I still haven't asked why, or I still haven't searched it up why the Hungarians loved it so much, but when the Oregon team, Lamborghini, went on the main straight, I heard like people, all the people, like Hungarian people cheering, and they were like going wild over that car. So I'm not sure what's up with it, but Hungarians sure do love it, and I still don't know why. So that's still my my fault. I'll sure figure that one out, especially if we get to interview Tamás Dani today. Hope that he gets a podium, you know, so we actually have to interview him. Okay, so they line up double file. Coming up to the last, I wouldn't call it a hairpin, but coming up to the last corner, which is like really, really slow. That's why I call it a near hairpin.
It's like what? That's like a
A bit more
I
than a
want to say 90 degrees, but yeah.
Yeah, a bit more than 90. Okay, and now drivers will get the checkered flag, green flag. And Ricky Chiesa gets the start. He manages to get away in P1, but Roman Mishka is just on his tail. But Chiesa doesn't leave any room for an overtake. Oh, and Richard Fosak spins around.
Got bumped, I think.
Yeah, most
By
probably.
Benny.
We'll watch it back. But now I want to be fixed on the race. For P1, Ricky Chiesa picks up some dust from the dry grass. He runs a bit wide. Oh, and now he misses the apex. Roman Mishka has the opportunity to overtake now, nearly side by side. There is bumper banging. But Roman Mishka just cannot put it... just cannot make the overtake. I nearly said cannot put it in. When drivers seem to bunch up back there, Richard Fosak definitely lost some positions, 2 positions to Stefan Visser and Tomasz Dani, who's currently running in P4. When Richard Fosak gets overtaken by a brand partner, or, you know, a brand mate, by a BMW, George Sokol. Oh, and the Lexus forgets to brake. Who was that? It was Kravets. He goes off track. But he isn't the only one, I think. A lot of people have been there. So I think we should take a look at the replay of the accident with Richard Fosak. So they were going into the first corner or corner combination. He seems to be slowing the car down too much, and then Tomasz Dani makes contact. I guess it was just a racing incident. You know, they were going side by side. Rear tires touched, and then that's what got Fosak off of the optimal racing line. But Fosak is back up to P5. Although Justin Van Housen still tries to find his space as he's constantly getting overtaken. I wanted to say that he'll be overtaken by Kravets as well, but Kravets made a mistake, so now we can calm down, think through, you know, how he wants to drive this car to the finish line, while 2 guys ahead of him, Visser and Pajewski, went onto the grass, and this opened up the opportunity for Kravets to make the overtake. So Justin Van Housen is down to P10. Oh, and Pajewski goes off track again. Doesn't seem...
going on.
Yeah. That BMW doesn't seem to be getting that corner right. Oh, and was that George Sokol pacing backwards on the track? What happened to him?
It was.
21 car. It was just a yellow flag. I don't think there was an accident. I think he just spun around. Well, Ricky Chiesa gets the extra point for the fastest lap for now. Although Roman Mishka is still there. And for once, Ricky Chiesa didn't make a mistake at the start.
Don't jinx it though.
I mean, it's not the start. It's not the start anymore, so yeah. Oh, how do they both have the fastest lap?
Really?
No way! They just run the exact... They run the exact same lap time. No way.
No way.
They both did the exact same lap time. Someone clip that. No flipping way. No way. I mean, it's not the start. It's not the start
No, but
anymore,
it's
so...
fine.
Okay. Well, Vincent Side says in the chat, be fast, be idiot. Exactly. Ricky
He's got the spirit.
Chiesa. That's the spirit. But no way, mate. Exact same lap time from both cars on the same lap. But now, Ricky Chiesa, I think, gets away.
There's the edge now. Yep.
Yeah. He's faster by 8/10, or no, 8 thousandths of a... Not even thousands, is it? Yeah, 8 thousandths of a second.
Wow.
Those drivers are really rear bumper to front bumper. Oh, but Chiesa gets slowed down because of that Mercedes. And imagine Vincent Sides also racing like these four, maybe these three. I'm not sure if Mikhail Stefanik is just saving his tires, as he's a hell of a good driver as well. Just imagine Vincent Sides joining the party as well.
That would be the great battle. That'd be like the defining Speediots season battle.
Exactly. But they did the exact same lap time. The only clip
You
that
guys
I've
can find
seen...
that, but
I have a clip of it, it's already out on Twitch.
good.
So, no way. Like, the only time I've seen a clip of it was like Formula One, when Michael Schumacher, Mika Häkkinen, and a third driver, I'm not sure who it was, did the exact same lap time on qualifying.
Wow.
I mean, I definitely saw more of it, but these were like the main two, which I actually remember. It's quite rare. Oh, Roman Mishka runs a bit wide. And that opens up the gap between Ricky Chiesa and him.
Will he be able to pull away and start taking a lead?
I mean, currently he actually does that. The gap is extending, and it's currently 8/10 of a second. Now that Mishka is out of the slipstream, he might just have a better chance to actually getting away with it. It's currently 9/10, so it's definitely extending. Well, Tomasz Denny is getting into some battles. He has the Lexus on his rear bumper. I mean, not for long, but he definitely does. And he's holding up quite well. I think he qualified in P7. So compared to that, he already made up 2 positions. He might not be able to catch Fosag, but it's still a top 5. And it would be his best best position, or best finishing position, if he can finish here at Speediots. Also, Lukas Pajewski is again at the first corner in that pink, white BMW. He's off the track again, and he just got overtaken by Chinmay Paranyape. So Paranyape is up to P10. While Kravets... Oh, Kravets is losing control! He was quite close to Tomasz Denny.
Almost completely slipped out of there into the dirt.
Yeah. Just like me yesterday in Silverstone. I think I looked like something like this. But like those 9 hours, I really enjoyed it, but it was tiring as hell.
Yeah.
Like we were doing, I was doing 1 2-hour stint. Bosak was doing 2 2-hour stints, and then we switched by the hour. So it was nice because you can switch drivers, you don't get as tired, but still,
You just have to be committed for 9 hours.
yeah. I mean, it was kind of the whole day for me.
Yeah. Well, what time did it start? Like 3 o'clock for you guys?
The race, yeah, and practice started at
Like
like
until
2.
midnight.
Yeah. So it was crazy long. And we actually got to, drive it home. Because on the endurance races, which I went on until this point, it either got messed up by a teammate, and then we were like, no, I'm not sitting back in that car, just,
Yeah.
let it be. Because there was no way of catching. Oh! Stefan Visser!
Oh!
Stefan Visser rams
That was a
into.
major crash. Well, not a major crash, but
It was a major crash. I want to see this from the heli cam.
yeah, let's get the replay here.
I think Stefan Visser just forgot to brake. Or did he get pushed by Tomáš Dani? Maybe. I don't think so. No, he just forgot to brake and he rams into Kravets. Think there will be a penalty for it, although we don't have live stewarding. So now Tomáš Dani still in P5. I mean, I guess it was good for him. But George Sokol is right on his tail. And George Sokol was the faster driver in qualifying. I'm not sure if they changed any of these setup settings. Well, now from the inside, George Sokol dives it in.
He was back at like P11, wasn't he?
Who, George Sokol? Yes, he was. He spun around.
Making good ground. Oh, he goes in the dirt.
Tomáš then he goes in the dirt, but I think he still keeps it there.
Yeah, he holds on just fine.
Oh, and George Sokol cuts the track. He for sure got a track.
There's good contact there, I think, too.
Yeah, definitely. When Tomáš then he reclaims the position. What a battle between the two. Let's see in the hairpin. Tomáš Dani seems to be having the better exit as George Sokol runs wide and picks up some gravel on his right side tires. And now coming into the first corner, and Tomáš Dani is doing some hell of a defending. He's doing great so far. I mean,
he's doing a great job holding on right now.
I mean, he doesn't have to like defend quite aggressively. Just passive, do the best laps you can. Maybe try to scare Sokol that, he's going into the inside line. And now Sokol does a switchback, but can Tomáš Dani have a better exit? He does. I think he'll be going side by side with Sokol. It actually depends on this corner. Tomáš Dani runs wide once again. And can he get back at Sokol here as the Lamborghini has just insane grip through the chicane, while Chinmay Pranyapi is battling with Lukas Pajewski. And now Pajewski moves into the inside line, and Chinmay Pranyapi, I think, just lets him go. He'd rather fight another day than get taken out. So back to Tomáš Dani. George Sokol successfully made the overtake, and Tomáš Dani seems to be losing time to the BMW ahead. Now he has to focus on the traffic that's coming from behind. Kravets seems to be picking up the pace, although he's still getting used to the new Lexus. But there is for sure a good reason that he changed to that car. What do you think?
Oh, there's definitely a good reason. I mean, he's sitting pretty good right now.
I mean, yeah, compared to Paul Ricard and Monza, where he was, you know, spinning all over the place in the Lamborghini. Or was it Kalinowski? I think it was Kalinowski. Okay, I'm switching up the two drivers. Still, I think both of them were driving Lamborghinis, or... No, Kravets was driving a Ferrari. Doesn't matter. Still a good reason. Yeah,
Yep.
they still changed from a different type of car. They wanted to have a front engine layout car. And I think there is definitely a good reason for that. I mean, I wouldn't choose the Lexus just to, you know, change a car. I know that Bianek was actually quite bothered because, you know, he was driving the Ferrari. He had quite good pace, but he was like, no, he's such a boomer, he has to drive the Nissan, so that's why he gave up all his 13 points just to get back
Really?
into the Nissan. Yeah, yeah. All of the drivers who switched cars. Yeah, yeah. Me too. Oh, and I think Lock in Law was off the racing line there. So all of the drivers that changed cars, they actually gave up their points. I mean, 2 rounds have passed only, and all of them just picked up like 13 points, so, you know, not a lot at stake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna switch, then now would be the time because it's early, especially if you haven't performed too well yet. It just makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So if I would choose, you know, the BMW, I'd definitely switch to a McLaren at at like 1 or 2 races past into the championship, or, you know, into the championship. Oh, and Stefan Visser picks up a stop and go. While Kravets goes into the gravel, and Richard Fosak is already doing some lap overtakes. Seems to be holding up quite well. The gap to the car ahead is currently 17.5 seconds. So I don't think he'll be catching up. But he's definitely making a gap to George Sokol. So if he can just bring it home today, he'll be picking up that P4. Although we still have to take the mandatory pit stops into account.
That is true.
So that can definitely, you know, not mess up some things, but, you know, mess with the grid positions or track positions. While Ricky Chiesa nearly sets his qualifying lap time during the race.
He's in a much better position now too. He's 5 seconds ahead.
So he's quite consistent. He just has to focus on the pit stop so he doesn't lose too much time there. While Pajewski had a yellow flag but seemed to recover quite fast. Guess it was just, you know, quickly going off the track. When there was an accident with Stefan Visser. Oh yeah, we saw this one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess get a quick replay once again. When he rammed the Lexus, went into the wall, he definitely picked up big damage. And that's why I guess he was in the pits, and then he was speeding, so he got a stop and go penalty. Ah, poor guy. And Lukas Pajewski seemed to have found his pace. He's already up to P9. Managed to overtake Chinmay Paranyape and not spin in the past like 2-3 laps. So it's quite nice, although we can see Chiesa in the background.
Behind him.
Yeah,
Get lapped.
that's what I wanted to point out. I hope that he doesn't get in the way. Or at least, you know, lets Chiesa pass. Because he has to, he's getting the blue flags. It is quite clear. Oh, and there's contact between the two.
Whoa.
That's what I was. That's what I was.
That's what you were worried about.
Yeah. Okay, Chiesa definitely picked up some seconds of damage that he has to repair in the pits, like 2-3 seconds. And it is definitely affecting his driving. Maybe not a lot, but he'll lose thousands of a second.
Yeah. Get a replay of that if we can.
Yep, of course we can. And for some reason, it's showing us something else. It's showing us a yellow flag of car 23, Lexus going sideways.
Yellow flag.
Now, and I think we want to look at the heli cam. They were going into one of the last corners. And we can see that Ricky Chiesa just has the pace. He wants to pass him, and the BMW brake checks him. He tried to, you know, yeah, he tried to move off the racing line, but he was actually in the wrong place. That's what, you know, rookie drivers are struggling with a lot, like how to let people pass. Maybe you think you are not on the racing line, and then, you know, they could just go around you, which could have happened here, but Ricky Chiesa is quite a seasoned driver, and he knows that if you want to let someone pass, you do it on the inside line. And he was on the inside line. So I guess that's what happened, and then he just brake checked Chiesa. Of course, it was confusing what the BMW did. I understand that he wanted to let the McLaren go, but it wasn't the place to do it.
No, it was not. Wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly. Also, I think Mikael Stefanek is... I wanted to say catching up, but he is kind of in the same gap he was a few laps ago. Maybe he's even losing time. So, Chiesa seemed to have moved away from Roman Mishka. Only 20 minutes.
Back a bit though, because I remember it was at 5 seconds. Now it's at what, 2.5-ish? 2.2 you said?
Yeah, but I think it was because of the because of the incident. Yeah. It's definitely because of the incident between him and Lukas Pajewski.
Yep.
And Tomasz Denis back in P5. Oh, what happened to the Lexus? Kravitz went off the racing line, most probably. Oh, I just love this Mercedes. Actually, we saw a Mercedes at the Hungaroring with an open hood, and they started it for us. It was so nice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It actually has quite a small engine. You know, you would expect this big, full, under the hood part, like space. You would expect it to be full of electronics, full of everything. And yeah, it looks big. There is nearly nothing there. Like, the engine is actually quite small. We were like, only that? I mean, yeah, it's understandable, you know, it has to be fast, it has to be light, it won't be like a 2-ton engine. But, you know, it was like, what, only that?
It's still surprising.
Yeah, it is surprising. And, you know, then you see it go like 200 kilometers an hour. And then you're like, what? That small engine? Oh, and Tomasz Denis is up to P4. What happened to Richard Forsak? Oh, he's in the pits.
Oh. Something happened.
I think he's just doing his mandatory pit stop.
Oh, okay.
I was like
Yeah,
worried
so
for a
I heard you coming
second.
in now.
Kako's here. He said flip. I did not calibrate the pedals. Oh, hey Constanti, Minecraft Live when? Whenever you say so. You know, we can play together.
Minecraft, you say?
Yeah, Constanti, you know, from Denmark. The Polish guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He just asked me when are we going to have a Minecraft Live. I was like, whenever you say so, mate.
You could invade Charles' server.
Yeah, exactly. So Tomasz Dani is
Well,
up to
I
B4.
think
Yeah?
unfortunately I'm gonna have to go now because I got work here soon.
Oh,
So I know it sucks.
yeah. I hope to see you sometime next week if you can. If you cannot, then you know, whatever. But hope to
Yeah.
see you commentate somewhere again.
I think next next Saturday should be good.
Okay, then I'll
Yeah, actually
just
I can do the whole thing next Saturday if it's like a GT3 again.
yeah, yeah, of course. It will
I work a
be
different
on
shift.
it'll be on Saturday, so
Okay. Yeah, I'm available then. So I'll sign off for now. Thanks for having me on though.
okay. See you,
See you
mate.
then.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm left alone once again, but it doesn't matter as I can still commentate the action that these guys are putting out today, and Kravets is in P5 currently because of the pit stops. Also, Justin Van Housen made his pit stop as well, and for some reason, Fosak is behind him. What happened to Fosak? So something must have happened. There was a yellow flag, but I think that's just when he exited the pits, yes. Stefan Visser is also having been yellow flagged now. I cannot speak what's happening. I'm quite tired from the 9-hour race yesterday. Also, Kravets is yellow flagged. Seems like George Sokol is moving up once again. Okay, so there was a yellow flag with Richard Fosak, and that might have caused the reason why he had to pit such soon. Yes, it did. He picked up a lot of damage. You can see that he crashed with his, you know, left front side of the car, and that kind of messes up the suspension, so he might have even had problems with steering. Also, hey, Tommy on the chat. Another Chiesa fan. I think I should get used to that one. I mean, he's definitely hell of a driver. Also getting trailed by Roman Mishka now. A small contact with Lukas Pajewski got him off the edge, and Chiesa isn't running the best of the lap times now. Last lap he was 0.4 of a second slower than Roman Mishka. So half an hour into the race, only 45 minutes left. And a lot of drivers still didn't do their pit stops. I expect them to do them after we're halfway through the race. It's still like more than 10 minutes. A bit less than 10 minutes, sorry. It's quite exciting to see that at only, Season 2, we can see a lot of seasoned drivers and a lot of battling. And we are only at race 3 and championship isn't decided yet. Our championship leader... Oh, what is happening? George Sokol spun. Will it affect Chiesa? Chiesa is getting slowed down. Stefan Visser is all around the track. But Roman Mishka kicks the back end of that Ferrari as well. Well, now Roman Mishka gets held up. He gets held up by one of the Lexuses. It's kind of a relief for Chiesa, but not for long, as Roman Mishka is reeling him in. He's in the 1 second range. He can soon start overtaking, although he still has to overtake or lap George Sokol, but he is done with that. While the Lexus, I know that it is a GDM car, but I don't think he should be drifting with it. I think it was Kravets. Yes, he was. While Richard Forsak is currently in P8. Trying to get back up to pace, maybe back into the top 5. And I think... Oh. I forgot to calibrate the pedals and the Lexus didn't brake fully. And when I calibrated it, the Acero didn't detect the pedals and I had to get out. Well, I'm so sorry for that. Better luck next week, and until then I hope you can tune in for the action on Twitch. So still a long way to go. And nothing's decided yet, but I think it's time we start our first poll, which will last till the last 15 or 12 minutes of the race. You can use your channel points to make the prediction, and the prediction will be about who will finish in a better position. Will it be Ricky Chiesa or Roman Mishka? Also, I think... oh! Justin Manhausen spuns around, and it gives Richard Forsak P6 for now. I think it will be who will win the race, and I'll put the top 3 there. I'll put Ricky, Chiesa, Roman Mishka, and the third one will be Mikhail Stefanak. So you'll have 30 minutes to vote. So you will have 30 minutes to actually vote. You can collect channel points, and later on, when we actually are having, giveaways or some competitions with channel points, you can redeem them for good. maybe for the last race, I think we are going to do a key giveaway of ACC. So if you want to join the championship but you don't have the game, or yeah, you don't have the game, you can just redeem your channel points for that, but that will be a bit later. So now Kravets is back to, or up to P4, not even back to. Oh, and George Sokol is in the gravel once again, or in the grass once again. And Tomasz Dani is down in P6 after his pit stop. We saw him going into the pits. So still 30 minutes to vote. A bit less now. And the vote will last till the last 10 minutes of the race. So you can still cast them until then. Roman Mishka is in for his pit stop. Maybe trying to get an undercut on Ricky Chiesa on the faster, fresher tires. He can definitely do better lap times and he won't be stuck in traffic, hopefully. So he might just do an undercut. Although it's a really questionable tactic, it usually works. At least, hopefully. You still have to have the pace. So now Roman Mishka exiting the pits. And Richard Fosak is up to P4. Seems to be one lap down as Roman Mishka is still ahead of him. And Mika Stefanek comes in with Ricky Chiesa. So now time for the truth. Will Roman Mishka complete his undercut strategy? If he pushes hard enough, can definitely overtake Chiesa. Or maybe not. Chiesa wasn't out for, you know, a lot more than Roman Mishka. So this later pit stop might just benefit him. Well, Chinmay Paranyape is up to P9. Well, Chinmay Paranyape runs wide, and Kravets is just on the tail of him. They are going side by side now. Chinmay Paranyape seems to be the one losing at the moment. Oh, and what happened? Chiesa is down in P3. He even got overtaken by Mika Stefanek. Although the three drivers are quite close, Roman Mishka seems to be the fastest one. But now they are approaching slower traffic. Tomasz Dani is in the way. Will he pull over? Yes, he does. What a sportsman. Oh, and Ricky Chiesa! Ricky Chiesa bumps into him, and he spins around. Or he spun around. So he's currently in P3. He still has half an hour to catch up, but it's really, really hard. Considering that he is 14 seconds behind the two guys ahead. So it will be quite hard to catch back up. And even if it's possible, he still has to make the overtake. Guys, but in this way isn't possible. Learn blue flag. I mean, I don't think there was a problem with the blue flag this time as Tamás Dani pulled over. I think it was just like confusing for the both of them. So now Ricky Chiesa is down on the last step of the podium. While Mika Stefanak is trying to catch Roman Mishka ahead. And he's doing quite well in this crowd-strike racing Riley Motorsports car. He's quite close. They are doing the same laps at the moment. Mika Stefanak is just a bit faster. But that might just be because of the tire difference. Of course, it's one lap. It's not a lot, but it's just enough to pick up hundreds of a second differences. And then those small lap time advantages add up, and then he can definitely catch up to Roman Mishka. Now getting closer into the chicane. He has to nail the exit. He seems to be losing time there. So that's where Roman Mishka is the fastest on track. Although the gap between the two didn't really move. Still 8/10 of a second, maybe 1 second. It's currently 6/10 of a second. Oh! Mika Stefanak brakes quite late. I'm not sure if it was worth it, if he made up any time. He seems to be getting closer, and Chinmay Pranyape pulls over. Survives race alone. Also, Mr. Visser says in the chat, sorry about my race, I stopped the car because the setup was bad. Don't worry about it. So Mika Stefanak is closest. Or closer than ever. Closest he has ever been. Now coming up to the hairpin. Can the Mercedes have a better exit? He seemed to have hit the apex a bit better than the Ferrari ahead. But he lost a bit of time. That Ferrari doesn't like the new tires. Maybe the tire pressure just switched up a bit from the setup he was originally running. Or he might have not switched tires just to get that P1. I mean, they will definitely last for that 1 hour and 15 minutes, but was it worth it? Oh! And the Ricky Chiesa is again behind Tamás Dani, and Tamás Dani pulls over. So now I think we should switch back to the battle up front, although Mika Stefanak messed up a bit. He is currently 1.5 seconds behind Roman Mishka. Might have slipped somewhere. Oh, and the Lexus spun just in front of him. Four people have already left the race. One of them is Stefan Visser. Also Lock-in Law. Marcin Kalinowski, and I still have to figure out the last one. Is Tomasz Doni also playing on a keyboard? He has interesting steering movement. I mean, if he is, great job, man. You're currently P5. And lapping Chiesa. So now question is, can Mika Stefanak catch up and be the one who wins? Or can Ricky Chiesa catch up? I mean, it's really unlikely. These top three drivers are running the best laps that I think we've seen in Speediots racing history. We haven't been to Laguna Seca, but they are the fastest on track. Also, Richard Fosak is picking up the pace. He's currently doing lap times such as, or like Chiesa's. A bit slower, maybe 0.2 of a second, 3 in the last lap. Now, Ricky Chiesa still didn't give up. I mean, it's still a podium position. He'll get some points. I wouldn't throw it away either. After yesterday's race, at least it is still a podium. But currently, if the drivers finish like this, like Mika Stefanak will jump to P2 and Roman Mishka will take over the lead. the championship. Ricardo Chiesa will sadly be bumped off until P3. Or down to P3. What happened to Ricky again, man? Sights, Ricky got into some lap traffic and he was doing, you know, he tried to accelerate out of the corner. But the lapped car was on the outside line, and that's where Chiesa wanted to go, just like here with what Mikael Stefanek does. And he got caught up in an incident. It was with Tomasz Dunny. This is the incident if you want to see it. So he wants to go and then he just hits Tomasz Dunny. It was kind of both drivers' fault. I mean, there were blue flags for Tomasz Dunny, so I understand if Chiesa is currently pissed. But I mean, Tomasz Dunny was slowing down. Yeah, in the Clipper curve. Also, guys, collect those channel points. Yeah, Ricky hit the curve, no fault for Dunny. Yeah, I don't think Dunny was at fault either. It was a racing incident. Chiesa was pushing, he wanted to keep P1 or P3 at the moment because he, after the pit stop, he came out in the last position and would have been quite nice, you know, to see them battle, but, you know, things happen. So yeah, I'm quite sad that it happened again to Chiesa. I mean, he is still running the fastest laps and he'll most probably get the 1 extra point for the fastest lap on the race. But I guess we'll see. Oh, and George Sokol spun it once again. And once again, he couldn't get the tires cooled down just enough so that he wouldn't spin. When tires are overheated, they won't grip as good as they usually do. So what I wanted to say, guys, collect those channel points and please vote for your driver of choice who you think is going to win, because it will multiply your channel points and also you can redeem them for goodies later on in the championship. So if you stay consistent and get those points up, you might be met with even an ACC key for the game, which you can redeem on Steam. You can't redeem it just yet, but I think we'll be making those giveaways for channel points. So still 20 minutes left in the race. Not a lot of time, but I think Mikael Stefanek still has a chance of winning. I mean, he's still in that 2-second range if he gets his pace up, or if he was saving his tires and can lap faster than the Ferrari ahead. He can definitely make some time up. So Roman Mishka now, he'll be meeting with some lap traffic, who's none other than Richard Forsak. He'll most probably pull over and let the faster cars go. At least as well as I know him, I think he will do that. As soon as it is the right time, yes. Of course he does. He doesn't want to interfere with the battle. Let's see what is happening at the back. While the guys ahead figure out where they want to be, how they want to drive. Brian Yape is currently P9, picking up some strong points once again. Then Ravet currently running P8. After switching to the Lexus, it is definitely serving him better than his last car. Then George Sokol was spinning around all throughout the race. He just couldn't get a consistent pace. Now he touches the grass once again. Still trying to figure out the correct track limits, or the good track limits that can actually give you a fast lap time, but you know, aren't that risky. Justin Van Housen is currently running P6. Tomáš Daný P5. Also, Chiesa made some time up, but he'll definitely not catch the two ahead. The votes will close soon. If you still want to collect some channel points, please vote. So you can multiply them, and I think it is quite an easy bet today, as currently Roman Mishka is the fastest man on track, doing good lap times, and he is making a gap to Mika Stefanak behind him. Votes will close in just a few minutes. Because Stefanak still desperately trying to make some lap time up. He has the goal ahead of him. Sees Roman Mishka. He isn't that far ahead. He would just need to be a slight bit faster than him. And then he could claim his first victory at Speediots Racing as well. Also, the three drivers ahead are nearly tied in the championship standings. Both Roman Mishka and Ricky Chiesa have 41 points, and Mika Stefanak has 40. Just a few minutes left in the race. Coming up to the chicane once again, and this is where the Mercedes of Mika Stefanek is actually quite a bit slower than Roman Mishka and his Ferrari. Front engine cars aren't the best choice for Laguna Seca, I think. Mid engine cars have quite a bit more stability around here. Might be the reason why Roman Mishka is currently ahead. And of course, his strategy of undercutting, which worked. But Justin Wanhausen is trying to get away from George Sokol. Try to keep that P6 for himself. George Sokol, will he dive on the inside? Not yet, he's still waiting for the perfect time to overtake, although he gets quite close. Trying to scare Justin Wanhausen into a defensive move, taking the worst lane around the corner. And now from the outside, George Sokol trying to make a switch back. And he does, side by side, the two cars. The battle of the Audi and the BMW. Justin Wanhausen tries to squeeze George Sokol up on the inside, but he cannot. And George Sokol gets away. He picks up P6. Also, Mika Stefanek is getting closer and closer. By every lap, he still has a few laps to complete. Overtake. It's close to 7-8 laps. Now he's getting closer, but is this the best time to overtake? Also, George Sokol has forced Mika Stefanek on the outside line, which he wasn't preparing for. And he loses time. Roman Mishka. Roman Mishka is definitely happy. Not for long, as Mika Stefanek is already back on his tail. Well, the question is, did he change tires? Did Roman Mishka change tires? I guess we won't know until we ask him. But currently he seems to be lapping way slower than Mika Stefanek. Two-lapped car who doesn't respect blue flag, a white BMW as first strike. Right, left, right, left. Instead, you should keep your line and stay safe. First damage, second one close. to the line and no reduced speed, enough clear. There's a Krapovich, probably referring to Chiesa's incident. I understand the battle between them and Lukas Pajewski, which didn't turn out quite well. Although I don't think Chiesa was met with a lot of damage, and Mika Stefanek spun it around. And the fate of this race might have just been decided. Mika Stefanek loses control. The one who's currently happy is Ricky Chiesa, as Ricky Chiesa is only 5 seconds behind Mika Stefanek. Now it shows 6. Still has to get calibrated. It was such a nice run from the Mercedes. I really thought that he's going to have a shot. Now he's 10 seconds behind Roman Mishka. So Mishka just has to bring it home, and that's his only task left for today. Drive the car safely as possible to the finish line. Also, I think my perspective changed when I actually, saw GT Open racing in real life. You actually get that adrenaline rush. You actually get to see the cars running around at the circuit, and it definitely changed how I view races. Because that Garo race was my first, is that I could actually see live. Is definitely a whole lot different than here, although I think it's a lot different, and it's not really different. As you know, simulators are made to be as realistic as possible, but you cannot get that adrenaline rush here, I think, from, through the screen. Because the sound and just the whole experience is way better. Or if not better, it is definitely memorable. Because you don't quite hear the commentators, or you have to sit on the sun, out on the sun, so it has its advantages and disadvantages, of course. It's definitely something that you guys should try one day. George Sokol is keeping the pace. Roman Mishka at the moment. I guess if the BMW could have stayed consistent, he might have been fighting for the P4, maybe even the P3 of Ricky Chiesa. Now we can see Stefanek trying to at least get away from Chiesa. I mean, Chiesa is still a bit slower. So 4.5 minutes left in the race. Not a lot to say. I'm sure sad for Ricky Chiesa. But I guess his bad luck just followed him onto the racetrack today as well, into Laguna Seca. He'll still be picking up some points. And he can definitely make this point gap between him and Mishka up in no time. But it's still quite sad to see. He's definitely tired from yesterday's racing. I mean, 9 hours of racing. Of course, he was, I think, just doing the first 3-4 hours. But it still takes a toll on you. And I think that's might what have happened here. So 3 minutes to go, which means 2 more laps other than this one. Roman Mishka is holding the strong lead. Although Mikhail Stefanak is definitely running faster laps. But that mistake just messed him up. And consistency always wins over hot laps. Although Roman Mishka has both currently. He may not have the fastest lap, but he has the best overall pace. Or had the best overall pace. Now Roman Mishka is approaching Tomasz Dani once again. Well, we can see Richard Fosak in P4. Couldn't be bothered by anything. Tried to keep the pace with Mikhail Stefanak. Although it's quite hard. Mikhail Stefanak is currently even faster than Roman Mishka. So white flags in the air. Roman Mishka just started his final lap. Will Tomasz Dani let him pass? Most probably he will. I think it will be a beautiful closing lap from Roman Mishka at Laguna Seca. Last time around into the chicane. Approaching the last corners. And now, Roman Mishka, for the second time this season, claims B1. So Roman Mishka wins the race at Laguna Seca. think Mika Stefanek wanted to bump him. Also, what a picture here. We can see the top three. Ricky Chiesa finished as well. Then Richard Fosak will be P4. P5 is Tomasz Dani, his best finishing position so far at Speediots. Then George Sokol, P6, P7, Justin Van Housen, and P8. Rounding off current race results is Chinmay Paranyape, who is still about to finish the race in the Valkra Performance Racing car. They still haven't uploaded their livery. Or maybe they have a new livery. I'm not sure. So that is what happened. Ricardo Chiesa is quite angry in the chat. He says unbelievable. Yeah, now let's get some interviews. No music yet? No music yet. I'll just quickly save the replay and then we can move on to interviews. Let's wait for the drivers to get off track and then conducting interviews will be, as always, me, Klubi. Ricky Chiesa is already in the podium, so if he puts up his hand, I'll start with him.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, Chiesa? Today we saw a lot of things happening on track. We saw you get brake checked by Lukas Pajewski, and then you had some trouble with Tomasz Dani. Could you reflect on that?
I got I left one time the BMW. I don't know who is. I think Pajewski. Then when I had to left him another time, he was in the middle of the track. I didn't know where to go, so I just ran into him because he braked in front of me. I didn't know where to go, and the same happened with the Lamborghini. I don't know who it was. I think Dani.
Yeah, it was Tomasz Dani.
And I tried to to turn, but to not drive into him. But I hit the curb, and then I went straight ahead into him because I had nowhere to go. So that is a thing that happened a lot to me, and I don't like this because it ruins so many races. So in my view, because it ruined 12 races out of 13, because the only one I won with without problems with the left cars was the Nürburgring in the past season, and I think that is not a good thing because we have to change something with the left cars because they can see the rules, they can respect the rules. Every time I see a left car, is in front of me, he doesn't change his lane. The only thing I can do is just drive into him because I have nowhere to go. That's not a good thing, and I want to say it because it's a big problem that is happening a lot to me. I'm sorry for that, but I have to say it.
Yeah. Of course. Like, this community is built for you guys, so we'll definitely take a look at that, and we'll most probably hold the briefings from now on because a lot of people actually don't respect blue flags. So yeah, we'll definitely change something about that. Also, please submit the incident reports, and then we'll definitely take a look at them. And I actually have some stewards working on it now as well, so it will be way faster now. Other than that, I hope you didn't have that miserable of a race. You still picked up P3 and the fastest lap, the bonus point for the fastest lap. So yeah.
Yeah, that was a good race. So not all a good race, but the part of the podium is a good thing, only because I am P3. But I lost points from Miska and Stefana. But yeah, I already said the problem.
Yeah, so hope to see you next week, and I hope that you can do better next week. We'll definitely also update the code of conduct, maybe set harsher penalties for blue flags if you are, if they are not respecting it. And thank you for pointing that out. Now I'll be moving on to Richard Fosek, so see you next week, and
Yeah.
better luck. Better luck then.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye
Everyone.
bye. See ya. Now our second driver for today, the one who had quite a quiet race, but in the beginning he also spun, Richard Fosek. So how are you doing today? Can you tell us about your race?
It was boring.
Yeah.
I was, yeah. There was nobody. There was nobody to race with. You know, there are two groups of drivers. There's a top group, like this top three: Chiesa, Stefaniak, and Mishka. The second group is that one that is like 2 seconds slower per lap, and I'm something between, and I'm the only one there. So I really had no competition here to get P4.
Yeah, I guess still you picked up some points, and maybe next time, because we are actually nearly full in the GT3s. Hopefully we can get some people to join. Also, guys, if you want to join, please, you can do it at SimGrid. Just search up Speediots. So yeah, maybe we can get some new drivers, and next season we actually talked about selecting drivers. We'll see what's gonna happen. Then, other than that, what happened in the first few laps? Because we saw you spun, we saw you had some damage, and then you have to climb back up. What happened there?
Well, in the turn 1, I crashed with Danny, but luckily I didn't spin. You know, somebody crashed into my front, so I could round up my car, but I had damage. And like 20 minutes later, I spun at the exact same spot, so I had to go to the pits, and I spent there a minute.
Okay, thank you. Hope to see you next week, and maybe you can keep up with the top drivers next time, so we can see you on the podium as well.
I'll do my best.
Also, how are you feeling after driving 9 hours? I mean, not the full drive 9 hours, but after Silverstone, do you think it affected any of your racing capabilities for today?
Yeah, I think so. I was losing focus. So from the next week, I'll be taking a few days break, definitely.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. I hope you had a great race, even though it was quite boring. And see you next week. And also see you guys, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching currently at Speediots. We'll be coming back next week, tomorrow, with the GT4s, and I think we'll be going to... Where are we going to? Round 4, Spa-Francorchamps. So I think that is one of the most exciting tracks on the GT3, GT4 and Porsche Cup calendar. So next week will be a blast. And also tune in for the NASCAR Championship. See you guys, have a nice week. And end of the week, evening, and see you tomorrow.